Thank you, Kane, and welcome to a cold, wet afternoon in Montreal. It almost feels like playoff weather, and these two teams have a great chance to meet up in the 3-week playoff sprint. But today, it's all about getting back into the win column, as both of these East rivals, of course, Dwayne, have gone into a bit of a slide here in the last little while. But getting some bodies back, and specifically some pass catchers, a big part of this one. Ball's on the tee. Jose Marcos Diaz sends it away on Super Saturday. Getting things going in La Belle Provence is across the 20. And the 30 it will be. The Tiger Cats thought he was going to watch the first snap against Bo Levi Mitchell, but here he is lining up across from him. As Mitchell goes vertical right away, Kenny Lawler down the sideline, and immediate fireworks from the Tiger Cats offense. Mitchell stands in over the top, throws it up for grabs, and it is knocked away by Lawler. Cabianento had the best shot at that one. Andre Smith second in Canadian receiving yards, just behind Nick Dembski, trying to track him down. As now Greg Bell jump cuts through the middle of the defense, and the Alouettes finally be able to get their hands on it, and the ball pops out. All of that work by the Tiger Cats to get deep in scoring territory, and Greg Ball lost the rock as it slipped out in wet conditions. Alongside Tim White, trying to get him some action here, maybe get him going a little bit in the return game, as they will kick it. And the all-CFL receiver, and White, after a 52-yard punt, gets wrapped up and thrown down. Mitchell sits second in the CFL, coming into today with over 3,400 passing yards already, as this time crossing route. And that is a unit, as they try to confuse Bo Levi Mitchell, who gets rid of this one, leaves it upfield, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's Lorenzo Burns down the left sideline, gets a block, cuts back into traffic, and all the way down to the 25-yard line. The Alouettes sitting pretty after the early game INT. He was ripping it in the pregame. He looks close to being ready to go, but Morgan's in right now, and this one popped up in the air. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Tyson Philpott. A bit of a high snap here in the slip conditions in Montreal, but punched through the uprights.
For wins in the season, and they were upset by an Alouettes team here.
As Mitchell flips his hips, has pressure on, he gets it out of his hands as Marc-Antoine Dequoy. Levi Mitchell hands it off. Greg Bell. And a gain of 11. Flip ends of the field. Unlike last night, no wind to speak of right now. Plenty of rain coming down. Consistent drizzle. Don't expect it to go away at any point in this ball game, so the teams will have to adapt, as Constantino is the holder and knotted up at threes. And Morgan doing everything he could coming off the bye week to get himself developed and ready for this opportunity. Now he uses the legs a little bit and puts his shoulder down and tries to find the first down marker, but the ball pops out, and it's Hamilton possession. Oh, Morgan trying to send a message to the Hamilton defense.
Send a message about himself.
Bo Levi Mitchell gets this to Tim White. Absolutely. Second down and 6. Mitchell throws a vertical, and just a different trajectory than Tim White had in mind on that one. As the punt about to be sent away. Joseph Zima lights into it. Wonderful punt. Sends Brooks all the way back inside his own 30-yard line. And the coverage unit right there after a 54-yard punt. Got that kind of body, as this time Hamilton will flip the end around with blockers out front. Tim White cuts back into the open field, crosses the 55, and cuts back once again. Tim White refuses to go down. And the opening play end around cashes in massively for the black and gold. Hamilton almost 100 rushing yards, had their season low in the Labor Day Classic this past Monday, as Bell will Beverett to the sideline, and Bo Levi Mitchell catches the snap. Looking for a fade ball. Kenny Lawler up for grabs! And it was underthrown, had room in the back of the end zone, but tough here in Montreal. We're 20 yards away. Sends this one through the uprights. Last week in the Labor Day Classic loss against the Toronto Argonauts. They'd like to get him back on the field as quickly as possible, as Travis Tice stuttered right in the middle of the hole there, Dwayne. I think he expected contact to go come flying in. Hamilton Ticats was in as well in that last snap for Montreal, as now he dons the red, blue, and white. Well, Tyson Philpott said this week he was taught whole life growing up, if it hits your hands, you got to make the play. Let's see if Rambo can do it here. He has to play defense. Great coverage. Try to notch things up. That 6 apiece, got all the leg and the accuracy as well. You got to have it. Especially here in Montreal this time of year. It can be like this. Grizzly is another catch. Goes to Tyler Turnowski.
Kind of remade himself as a terrific special teams player, but still.
Greg Bell pushing the pile more effectively than we've seen all season long. Mitchell asks for the football, gets it last second, goes underneath. Greg Bell makes the grab and gets pushed back. They'll empty it out, 4-by-2. Mitchell pumps, now looks to take off. Bully by Mitchell's got room to run and slides down, but they'll say touchdown.
Well, he doesn't do it often, but making the most of the opportunity there.
I'm somewhat stunned. Bo Levi Mitchell using the legs. As Mark Leggio sends it into the sky. James Letcher Jr. tries to turn the corner. He does. Destin Talbot giving chase as Letcher cuts back, but deep. This one from 48. Rushes on, can't get home as Jonathan Moxey tried, and the leg never in doubt. Always being around the quarterback, regardless of the matchup. But 2 or 3 times already, he has been close. And that time changes things over for James. Mitchell hands it off. Greg Bell turns the corner, gets a block. Robinson out in front, and Bell stumbles as he tries to make the cut back towards the middle of the field. Leggio has the distance. Hamilton running backs between Bell and Augustine, whether it be in the air or on the ground. This time, they'll go aerial for Kenny Lawler, falling backwards, and he only needed 1. The flag comes out, and Lawler looks confused. Did they call offensive pass interference?
Offensive pass interference. Hamilton, number 89. We'll go back 10 yards. We'll replay second down.
Here in Montreal this afternoon. Bunch of personnel and schemes. And now just a monster boot. All the way back to the 10-yard line. Nick Constantino, there's flags out well behind the play as well. And Cameron Dukes is in the ball game. Slipped him into the huddle there, coming off the sideline. So the former Toronto Argonauts see if they can generate a little bit of instant offense with a different arm and a different voice in the huddle, and right away.
Morgan pressed into duty earlier than the Alouettes would have liked.
Flag comes up on the snap. Here is Travis Tice, goes right down the pipe. Great 2nd and 11 for Cam Dukes. Pressure on, Julian Hauser bends the corner and throws down Dukes. Cam Dukes goes back to the sideline to look at things. No fault of his own that time from right tackle Jamar McGloster being unable to protect him. It's now Brooks with a flag out. I don't think Davis is doing himself any favors in signing Kenny Lawler in future free agencies here today. As this time Lawler in between traffic, and it's dropped. It would be really intense. I didn't think Davis Alexander versus Kenny Lawler was going to be one of them we'd be talking about, but here we are in the 4th quarter with a 42-yard punt that drops. James Morgan is back in the huddle right now. Cam Dukes got the last drive, and Jason Moss making the decision. He wants to go back to the man that started the ball game for him, right in the chin strap area. As now Morgan hit as he throws into traffic. Jamal Peters picks it off. There's flags up, but Peters goes down the left sideline and steps out of bounds inside the 30.
There are 2 penalties on the play. Major foul roughing, crackback. Montreal, number 85. We got a 2nd penalty for misconduct, 10-yard penalty, Montreal. We're going to go up 25 yards from the end of the play. It's going to be first down for Hamilton.
Massive swing play.
Right side of your screen.
Give me a hippo.
And just ear holes the defensive end, Osai.
And the field position, and Bo Levi Mitchell is standing in the shotgun. at the 2-yard line of the Alouettes. He hands it off to Greg Bell. Lunges his way forward, and Hamilton extends their lead. Inside 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth.
Nice reward for Greg Bell, who's had a strong day here.
Not much celebration for the passing attack of the Alouettes here today. Tyson Philpott and Austin Mack's return as Tyson catches this one.
Tempo offense.
Morgan digs in. Nice rhythm completion that time. Usually you can lick your wounds and make your way back. They didn't have that chance. Quick turnaround. They've done a good job here.
The clock so far on this possession.
Grab by Sneed. 10th play of the drive. Ball's out. Julian Hauser got his hand on it again, and it's still rolling around. And the big man, Fox, is all over it. Hamilton has possession.
Was the man supplying the pressure. And Miles Fox reaps a reward. I believe it was Mario Kendricks.
And the trend continues for the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Yeah, the Hamilton team that was maybe worried about short rest, quick turnaround after Labor Day. I think the opportunity to come and put in an effort like they did today, get that taste out of their mouth and leave this week with a positive, convincing win over the Montreal Alouettes in a big divisional matchup goes a long way.